Now it is 11:47 Eastern Standard Time, so market clearly about to start losing some volume because of lunchtime coming in. So lunchtime will be a big volume draining event. A lot of people who've already made money or even lost money getting ready to get out of their desk for a little bit, go for a walk, go get a spro, as Luca always calls. Maybe Luca doesn't call it. He does go for a spro.
I do, definitely.
He does go for a spro. So
I'm
make
looking
sure
forward to my spro today.
Make sure you go for your walks. Make sure you go get some good sunlight in. Sadly, no sunlight in Toronto today. And hopefully it doesn't rain during our golf time. S&P 500 and NASDAQ trying to recover a little bit as we're talking about them. And UVXY, man, I'm pretty upset about UVXY today because I took the 14 breakout multiple times and I got stopped out almost every single time, even though I did scalp some profits. I added some size over here and I got stopped out for break even on this trade. I gave up on it. I guess I shouldn't have, because here's UVXY going off to the races, just taking off to the moon over here at the moment. And quickly coming back to NIO, I'm not really seeing that size on NIO right now. So if NIO does go back to my break-even point, then I'm just getting out at break-even on that level, and I'll wait for another signal for me to get long on NIO that will give me a good retracement move all the way back to VWAP. Luca.
Guys, I'm taking a look at AMD. I wonder if we can get that 100 bounce play in action here. Like, look, the range, it touched almost 104. Market's heading lower. We're a ways away from it. We're a ways away. And, AMD is the type of name that, like, if we do get towards, like, 105, as an example, then we're probably going to break. And I wonder where the bounce. See, this is something that I'm working on, is the bounce play, right? And I say to myself, okay, like, how close? Like if I want, like, a super tight risk on this, then, like, how am I going to structure this? Because what I notice is I either get the fill and then I lose, or I don't get the fill. So clearly I'm doing something wrong, but definitely 100, keeping that on watch. I don't know if we see size. That's the one thing I ask myself. Like, we had like the Tesla 740 and I was watching it as Brad was talking, this was before. And we had like a little bit of size and then it broke and it didn't really do anything. Then it bounced. So, I'm still trying to identify like what is happening here, right? And I see some size popping on the book on AMD, and it's like the bids are getting filled, the offers are getting filled. So like I think area of interest for me on AMD is the 100 level. Like it's just like kind of play off that psychological level. Like we already had like, move to the upside 104. If we bounce like 100 area, like you got the 4-point range. I don't know what the ATR on AMD is. It's probably $4 or $5 if I had to guess off the top of my head. So like, I mean, that's like, it doesn't get any better when you're playing these kind of ATR bounce plays where it's like, it already made the high, it's extended ATR, the bottom is potential bottom of the range, and then if you have size there too, like that, it doesn't get any better than that. But again, keep in mind, market down 1.3%, AMD down 1.35, easily we could get to 100 and break. But I think like one thing I'll keep my eye on is like, I think we could get a push towards that level as we're getting lower now, and then potentially see a bounce, right? And, bounce just based on liquidity vacuum, like everybody's selling into the level and then kind of selling stops, and it just like bounces like whatever, 20, 30, 40 cents. So like something I'm keeping my eye on, but maybe we get that in the next 10, 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, BlackBerry, I was talking about the possible buyout candidate. I'm not sure who will be buying out BlackBerry for their technology, but that's just my idea for the future. If that will ever happen, who knows, right? But BlackBerry today, as I said, forget the future. How does the stock matter today? How does the stock trading today with the catalyst that came out for it? And clearly, it is not working out for itself. The catalyst is almost a good catalyst, I guess. They're looking to sell their patents with other options and so on, which probably means a more influx of money, but also means like they are giving away their trade secrets that made them so good at one point in the day. So right now, BlackBerry, a Canadian company, I still call them research in motion just for that nostalgic effect. Sadly down and forming somewhat of a base near $5.70 or so. As you guys can see right here, multiple daily bottom on $5.70. I guess you could even move that to $5.50 in case you're looking to go long over here. Give it that extra wiggle room of to the downside just to make sure the stocks work for you or doesn't work for you, and then get into the trade appropriately. Right now, market I don't want to say this, as the market most likely will turn back on me and then will not really do what I'm saying it is. But the point is, it looks like the market wants to start going up here slightly, which might just be good for our longs on NIO and AMC. So let's see how those will end up working for us or not. Couple stocks that are in the chats being mentioned right now. Levi back open. What's the news? So Levi just having a share buyback. So Levi halted off of that news, coming back up off the halt, and it looks like it died off on the volume end after the halt. As you guys can see right here, big volume candle, and then almost no volume, no actual reason to take a trade for myself as a day trader.
Guys, maybe we get that AMD 100 bounce right now. I saw there was an iceberg bid that sort of reloaded at 150. Obviously, it broke now, but like, you know, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Look at this candle. It literally pushes lower, makes the low, and then instantly reclaims. And we got like what, like 20 seconds before the candle closes. Now, guys, I'm not a candlestick trader, but like obviously, you know, candles are showing you kind of like what happened, right? And so it's like you have that push lower and then instantly reclaim, and then maybe we get a move up, right? So like it's unfortunate that I didn't get the fill there. I was just a little bit lower. But look, candle closes kind of in range, and now are we going to make a move up and then retest 101 area? So I was hoping that I would get the fill. Missed the fill, is what it is. Maybe I'll add to it, see how it goes. But, you know, obviously this thing is holding trend, like it's pushing lower. So it's like one of the things that I don't want to chase and like ruin my risk on the trade. But yeah, it's unfortunate that I just missed. I think the bottom there was like 120. Like this is literally to show you areas of interest, but obviously prioritize looking at the level 2, looking at the tape, trying to understand, you know, build that tape reading, get the reps in. It's all about screen time, and it does get easier with time. And as I'm saying that, you know, AMD pushing down towards the 100 level, we're seeing a little bit of selling going into that level, so I won't be surprised if this level breaks, but I'm actually going to watch how it interacts with the level, right? Like we already had the potential bounce play that didn't bounce. Now we come back, we're getting some more selling, so let's see if we get some size there. And Pratt, I don't know if you're looking at anything at the moment.
No, I'm just about to get stopped out of my NIO long here, most likely. And AMC also pushing back to the downside. So it looks like market does not want to bounce at the moment. And we're just going to have to walk away from these trades. AMC, why did my stop not go off? Oh, okay, it did go off. Check out Lowe's, LOW. So let's go check out Lowe's today. Lowe's, obviously another stock that which we were looking at when the earnings report came out. If I can remember exactly what day the earnings report was. I'm just going to punch myself out of this NIO trade here, as NIO just keeps on pushing to the downside. A couple more pennies, and I think I'm going to take that stop on NIO over here and walk away with a pretty bad trade on NIO today. Looks like those longs on the way down just did not want to work for anyone in here. I'll just show you the stock over here on this screen. So there was some size on the bids there, but now that size got we want the volume in the market that's already depleting, sadly. So not sure what we're going to do with that one in the summer.
Guys, I'm being very, very patient with this AMD trade, and sorry to go back to the same trade over and over again, but it's something that I'm watching the tape on. Look, I think like the fact that we came back below, but every time there's a lot of size that's reloading on the bid, right? There's a lot of size that's reloading on the bid, and I'm asking myself, like, if this size continuously reloads, like it is getting smashed, but like it's continuously reloading. So I think, you know, maybe we get a double bottom. And, you know, this is something that I'm just going to guess. You guys could let me know. But is AMD, is it famous for double bottoms and double tops? I feel like I see it all the time. Every time I pull up this name, it's always doing the same thing. So, you know, instead of actually getting out, like I'm adding, look at this. Like take the long, goes against me, don't cover, take another long. I think we're going. It kind of feels like we're going. So, like, I mean, we didn't break the 99.50 area. Like, I've seen these breaks before. And like I've never seen people reload the way they're reloading now. Now, mind you, it could be people covering shorts, but like we're seeing like size that is reloading, but it's instantly getting filled. But the fact that we could not break 99.50, like maybe we do, and I'm comfortable taking the loss, but like, you know, I just don't believe it. I mean, what I'm seeing on the tape is telling me are wrong. You have to get out of this. But I'm definitely being patient with this one. Like, you know, I want to be patient around good areas, right? It's like 100 is a good area. I like this trade. You know, I think we could make a push higher. This is where I'm going to be patient. I'm going to try not to be patient on these random kind of trades that I take, like I was explaining to you before, like the Tesla trade. It's like that when I say to myself, okay, look, I don't really like love this one. I'm not going to be patient. And look, we have more size. We have more size that kind of pops up at 112 area. But this time it did not get smashed. This is in real time. Like we're watching somebody reload the bid here on AMD, and they got slammed, I should. Slowly but surely making its way back up. Try to be patient with this one. Who knows where it goes? I'm definitely going to cover before anybody else because I have no patience. But you know, this is something that we see, right? We see these levels. They come into play. They literally come into play. People are bidding. Then as it makes its way back up, you see those. I'm going to make the assumption that's the same people. But it is. But you know, I'm assuming that people are like offering because that's the trade. Everyone's probably doing the same thing. And then as soon as those offers get cleared, then it starts to pick a direction and go because now there's no liquidity and it kind of trends in the direction that it wants to go. But yeah, guys, something that I saw on the tape that I wasn't able to tell you in real time there is like, look, the bids were reloading, and they were getting smashed, and then eventually they stopped. Nobody would fill the bid, and then one little bit of size comes on the offer, and it instantly gets taken. I said to myself, okay, that offer instantly got taken. I think we now flipped. I think we're good. So these are things that I see to myself. It's tough to, you know, make a trade after confirmation because then you get a bad price. So you have to sort of like go into these trades and then say to yourself like, this is what I want to see. Let me take my trade and let me structure the risk accordingly for myself. That makes sense to me. Then as I see confirmation, I say to myself, okay, I'm going to hold this. Because if you add on confirmation, you know, it's great. Like obviously if you're a small cap trader, it's a little bit different, but I like to play levels. And yeah, Russell, Luca talks to himself a lot. Guys, I'm trying to just explain my reasoning in real time for everybody. You know, maybe it helps you, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But like, yeah, guys, we're literally watching this live. Like, hopefully this pushes to 101. I mean, you know, high a day push. Are we getting a V-shaped recovery? Probably not. But maybe, you know. So I guess hold on to the last little piece if you can. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this comes back down to 100, right? And guys, if it gives you multiple times to get in at the same price, then it's not going to be like it's not as good of a trade. Like if this was going to be an amazing trade, it would have went to 100, it would have instantly bounced, you would have had one chance. That's an amazing trade. If it gives you like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tries, then like, you know, it's going to be a slow mover. It's not going to be like amazing, right? So yeah, these are just things that I tell myself. But yeah, maybe we get that push towards like the 101 area, and then after that, I'm not really sure what's going to happen. I have no idea what's going to happen right now, but I'm just hoping that we see a push.
Yeah, market indeed pushing up right now, thankfully. So S&P 500 and NASDAQ moving to the north side, and this is what we were waiting for. And this is why I said, you know, I don't think we actually see 4K today because that would be a little bit of a bigger move than I guess the market was prepared for. But, you know, what was really standing out to me was yesterday was the Morgan Stanley imbalance or rebalance, sorry. And it was an absolute nothing burger. You know, it looked like they didn't really buy anything, and Morgan Stanley. We'll see if the market moves on their when they do come on. Right now, we're watching NIO get pushed back to the downside along with the
here 1.2% right now for the S&P, the Dow, and NASDAQ. Both
OMC meeting or anything is just a basic one. I think they are talking though. Bullard, I believe, is talking at 1 o'clock. I forget if it's Bullard, but yeah, there's a couple Feds talking at some random points, and we'll see if the market moves on their when they do come on. Right now, we're watching NIO get pushed back to the downside along with the overall market. So it looks like NIO wants to once again make me struggle for my trade over here, at which one point was in the money and now instantly pushing right back to the downside. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do with this trade over here. I guess if it breaks the low a day, which is around $17.67, 60 cents or so, we are going to take that loss and move on from this trade for the day. Looks like, Luca, we have about 30 seconds. Did you want to say anything before I throw it on to the big TV for Brando?
I'll say it. I say it every time, but guys, time flies when you're having fun. Didn't even notice the time. That's why I love this job. And that's why day traders love their job, because you know you don't even notice the time. Then it's the end of the day, and then you go eat pasta, pizza. Is what it is. But yeah, guys, thanks. You know, always a pleasure coming on here and joining you, Brad.
Yeah, brother. Have a good one. Have a good rest of the day. Let's go check out what Brando has for us at the big TV.
Hey guys, yeah, quick update for you on how we're doing so far this afternoon. Pretty red, unfortunately. The slide continues. S&P back to day lows even as we speak here, 1.2% right now.
The day, and then you go eat pasta, pizza is what it is. But yeah, guys, thanks. You know, always a pleasure coming on here and joining you, Brad.
Yeah, brother. Have a good one. Have a
Ciao,
good rest
guys.
of the day. Let's go check out what Brando has for us at the big TV.
Hey guys, yeah, quick update for you on how we're doing so far this afternoon. Pretty red, unfortunately. The slide continues. S&P back towards day lows, even as we speak here, 1.2% right now for the S&P, the Dow, and NASDAQ, both more than a full percent in negative territory. Here in Toronto, 0.4 to the downside for the TSX. 0.15 as well for Brazil. You can see the Bitcoin and Ethereum sell-off we were talking about a little bit earlier, also continuing now 4+% for both of them. Some of the stocks related also continuing to the downside. Not much to note as far as positivity if you want to dig into the S&P a little bit. CRM, the only one really standing out at this point as far as positive. On the day, energy stocks as well. On this move, catching a bit of a bid for crude oil, 1.07% there for crude. So you can have a look at energy stocks. Otherwise, pretty broad-based selling as we head into the first afternoon of June. Let's go back over to Ian and Trader Prad.
Yeah, first afternoon of June, and not the greatest start for June so far. Sadly, we start off June with a negative day, so let's see what the rest of the month has in store for us. You have delayed streaming. Yeah, sadly, it is not our fault about the delayed streaming. That's just the nature of latency and how internet works. You know, we are over here in Toronto, Ontario. By the time these packets reach YouTube floor over at Google headquarters, and then they get transferred over through the interwebs and satellites and everything, and they come to you wherever you are in the world, there's a little bit of a latency delay that naturally gets tagged onto that transactions over there on the internet. But that latency is at max maybe 6 to 10 seconds. So there's not too much delay out there. Trust me on that. And it's and if there is, we can't help you without because that's just something on YouTube. So we do apologize, but I guess it's not our fault, so I don't even have to apologize on that one. Let's bring it back into the market. So NASDAQ and S&P 500 did push to the downside, but now are pushing. Sorry? Oh, not me. If they refresh the feed, it gets better, says Sean. So maybe that's something you could do. So yeah, maybe just try refreshing to see if the lag goes away. And you can also click on that little button over here on the show that says live. So as you guys can see, sometimes right here, this little button, sometimes maybe you're behind a little bit, but if you click on the live button, it skips automatically to the most recent time that the video was on. Now, really quickly, let's give a spiel. You know, the YouTube spiel, as all YouTubers have to, not have to, but you know, it's in our tendencies to, right? It's because we like watching our communities grow. We like watching the like button numbers go up there. So let's get this number up to at least 2K. We have 3,500 people watching. We were at 4K not too long ago. We did get to 2K yesterday, so let's see if we can get that number back up. Couple of ways that you can support our community is by joining the community. We have a lot of people who have joined before. Oh, look at that. We got Luca up here. We got Ian up here. Sheesh. These pictures are nice. I didn't even look at the new thumbnail. These pictures are looking nice. So new pictures, as you guys can see. But yeah, you can hit the join button, become a member, or you can also go to the store on our homepage on the YouTube page and buy any of the merchandise that we have in store for you to support us. And for everyone who has already hit the like, subscribe, notification, bought merchandise, and has tweeted to us, we appreciate each and every single one of you every day. What's up, Ian?
How's it going? How's it going? Having a good day so far, or what?
It's going. You know, struggling with my NIO trade here today so far, but let's see how the market will give us a gift or will give us I guess whatever the opposite of a gift is.
A gift horse, maybe?
I guess.
I wanted to actually talk about NIO because when you were saying that you were in the long, I was hearing you, but I was kind of watching the tape, and then I traded NIO poorly in the morning, and we'll talk about that after, but I kind of just want to talk about this because it's in relation to Prad's trade. But yeah, I saw 18 break down. There was like a lot of size on 18. I wish I could have had it recorded and I could have showed you guys, but yeah, there was like 800 lots on 18, and it broke down, and I immediately kind of punched short and just risking off 18. Then I was just kind of like riding it down. I got about like 10 cents in the money, and then I saw like huge size pop up on 80. 80 cents there, and that didn't break. So I didn't want to like overstay my welcome or anything like that. So I just covered my position there. And I don't know, did you reload the long after that point?
Yeah, I just kept reloading all day.
Yeah. So, but the thing is that when I was watching it, the size kept breaking down eventually, and now it looks like maybe it's bottoming out here at 65 area, but that was like kind of the lows from the pre-market or the open rather. But in the morning, I honestly traded it really poorly, so I'm kind of playing catch up on it, but that's okay. I initially took 18 break, but my problem here was I took too much size. And I should have known, because I know that NEO kind of likes to whip around, and even dollar breaks aren't too good on it. So I put my stop like right at 99 and wicked me out like simple. Then I just like, this is a bad trade here. Took a short. I was seeing like these red candles come in. And I was thinking like, oh, this is that same fade move that I've been talking about on NEO. But no, it didn't really happen. And obviously NIO had some stronger news today with the delivery numbers and whatnot. So I'm not surprised that it had that big push up. And what did it test, like high days, like almost $19, right? So that's pretty amazing. A good move from NEO today. But I'm definitely down on the name. Other than that, I trade CRM. CRM has been pretty good for me, actually. I took a couple breaks early on. I took the 179.50 break. That was kind of the high, like right at market open, and it seemed like there was like some size there, so I took that. But the thing here is that the spread was like, after that broke, the spread kind of opened up, and honestly, I got shook out of this trade for sure, because it kind of broke 180, but then it fell like right below back, and then I got shook out, and I got some bad fills there, but that was okay. And then I ended up taking 183.50 as well, near high a day. And then again, just kind of like tight risk, a little bit bigger size, and then these fills here look pretty money, but I scalped out pretty much high a day, which was nice, and then just stopped out the rest of break even. I got a little cheeky here with the shorts. I thought I saw something at 182 after that kind of broke down, and I was just kind of risking off that. But again, I didn't want to overstay my welcome here. But I could have been. I obviously was right here, but it is what it is. And then obviously CRM being like one of the stronger names of the day with their earnings and whatnot. I tried longing here. Like, so I saw the size, or not size, but I saw like 180 kind of hold up. And then the bounce, right? So I was just kind of like buying the dip in front of that 180, just risking off that. So I added twice there, and then kind of scaled out above VWAP. But as soon as it like fell below VWAP, and that was like a lot of momentum to the sell side, I quickly just put my stop at break even for like the last like few bit of my shares, and then stopped out there. But overall, CRM is my best name of the day.
Yeah, CRM, that was a pretty good move on that stock today off of a positive earnings report. So CRM with Salesforce, obviously on a sticky note also.